Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Last time, we made our way to the heights of Hoo-Hoo Mountain and found Prince Peasley, who had been turned into a Drago-Ho-Ho. And we saved him from what he had become. Well, I'd say that's more subjective than anything else, because honestly, I'd rather be a dragon than a bean person, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to have the name Drago-Ho-Ho in the process. So, make of that what you will. We just gotta feel good about ourselves, because we're the heroes and we saved the day. This time, we are back here in Hoo-Hoo Village, and I say we pay a visit to a certain couple of Hammerhead bros, as they wanted us to find them a hoo-hoo block, which we did last time. We kicked it down the mountain, and conveniently, it fell down the waterfall and into their chimney. It is here now. We use it to make you the ultimate hammer. So there will never be another hammer better than this one, duly noted. So they're gonna smash their heads into a rock. Do not try that at home, because they are freaking alchemists who can turn stone into wood and metal by just slamming their heads into it. Well, feels great to be making hammers again after so long, he says, and I know how that feels. It feels great to be making videos again after a while. I don't know. I know that this wasn't really a long break between Let's Plays, but you know what I mean. And wow, I just skipped over him saying, now you're playing with power. I can't believe I did that. Well, we got hammers. Now use the solo action solo hammer action. Solo action hammer sounds like a really bad movie title, or possibly a music video, I don't know. But we press the R button and we're able to cycle through our actions, and now we can select the hammer. The character in the front will be able to press A in order to swing the hammer at various things. Of course, once again, he's telling us that the B action is the bros action, the front one is called the solo action, all that good stuff. So, try whacking all kinds of stuff with those hammers, he says. Well, there's a rock in the next room they want us to try out. How about we try doing that? We can now get past that, and when we press this, we get a nut. Oh, that's actually a really interesting item. That is, well, quite frankly, an item that I could have really used last time, because that restores HP to both of the bros. It's basically a better mushroom, but of course you're not going to run into them quite as often. Oh boy, I still can't believe how hard of a time I had with those battles last time. Anyway, we're here at the foot of the mountain. Here is that very cross rock folding his arms to dust that Fawful placed in front of us. So you know what I do to you? I smash my hammer into you and break you down. Sorry, I just had to get into the character of Fawful, even though I can't talk Fawful as well as Fawful can talk Fawful. I'm sorry, well, you know what I mean. I will still read his text when he's on screen, because he is definitely a character that does not deserve to have his speech glossed over. I just love him so much. He's so fun. Anyway, down here we have a switch that we can press with our new hammers. We can smash all kinds of rocks. And we have another one of these springs. So you know what we're gonna do? We are going to inflate Mario like a water balloon. And then Luigi is gonna, what does this do? Whoa, oh. Look at Mario's eyes. Oh, wait a minute, is that hurting me? Okay, no, it's not good. I was a little worried I was taking damage from that from just doing something that looked funny, but thankfully, they are kind enough to make something that funny not take damage. I like how molten that rock looked in this. It actually looked really cool. I don't think you see rocks that are on fire all that often throughout the game, though, so really good on them for making that such a nice detail. Get ourselves some coins right here. I'm just gonna get those. Nice, very nice, definitely. And I think if we go down this way, indeed, there is a bridge with some question blocks on it. Get ourselves a mushroom. Gotta have one of those. A syrup. Wow, a lot of items. Another mushroom, and let me guess, another syrup? It's like I understand the basic patterns of how they hide items in this game. Can't go across that. They got another one of those X's on the ground that we can't do anything with, so I think we're good to just kind of turn around for now. And we are coming up on something kind of cool, actually. It feels really good to be able to finally say this. We have an old man and his dog. I know, quite great, isn't it? Whoa there, Purge! It's been a Goomba's age since we had any strangers in these parts. I don't really imagine Goombas to live very long, so is a Goomba's age only like a few days? Kind of like how dog years are 7 times a year? Now listen, fellas, if you want to ride in them rusty old carts, I won't go stopping you. But I advise watching out for trouble. Yep, no one knows where them rails lead. Still, I tell you something, you might just be able to find some jewels by jumping a bit in there. And while you're hopping for loot, watch out. If you spot danger, then shine your light at it. Oh, mercy, there I go again. I've always bored folks to tears with stuff like this. So, tell me, boys, care to ride in the carts? Please, please don't walk out on me after I bored you to tears. Okay, no, we will ride in the carts. So, if you haven't guessed by this point, this is gonna be a mini-game. Wouldn't be a Mario RPG if you didn't have some instance of minecart. So, I like this mini-game a lot. Really cool idea. You have Mario in the foreground and Luigi in the background. Mario has a flashlight, whereas Luigi does not. You have to move the light around so that Luigi can see what is in front of him. You get these batteries and you're able to replenish your supply, and there are jewels that you can get by jumping around just like you said. I just find it to be really interesting. There are hills in the road and things like that, so the two bros move at different paces, so you have to keep moving the light around. It's just a really neat idea for a game, and it's a huge step up from the first two minigames that we played. If this was the first game, I think a lot more people would be a fan of the early parts of this game, honestly. It would be a really great way to start. There's also, like I said, some enemy... Oh, Luigi got hit, and I missed a gem with Mario. That's kind of bad. As you saw there, when Luigi took damage, if either bro does, actually, you will lose some of your gems, and it is actually possible to fail this by not collecting enough gems as you would guess. I don't know if I can actually fail this going through it the first time, but just to be on the safe side, I'm still going to collect as many as I can. Luigi, you can grab that. Sometimes you don't even have to jump for them. Sometimes they actually are at eye level with you, and it's a bad thing to jump, so be cautious with that. Luigi, grab that. Okay, good. Okay, good, there's more gems. I was getting worried we were right at the very end there, and I needed 10. Oh, wow, sure enough, I did. Well, we barely passed. I guess you could say I'm technically an overachiever by having 11, and Luigi's face is terrifying there. Luigi, a lower resolution does not become your complexion. I'll just say that much. Well, here we go again. Wow, this guy beat us to the other end. Well, for a guy in a rocking chair who looks like he's seen better days, you sure walk really fast. Then again, those minecarts weren't really all that long, so this marks the last stop on the long stretch road of my life. Wow, are you just kind of calling it in now that we have done this? Okay, no, he's not really. We talked to him again, and like the minigame that we played over by the border, we are able to actually ride again. Yeehaw! And as you would expect, wow, Luigi looked very effeminate there, the way that he was jumping around. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I just mean it wasn't what I expected to see right then and there. We were like, yeah, let's ride some minecarts. Well, as you would expect, things are more difficult. This course is different from the first time. It is really the same as the border jumping minigame in that respect. And of course, there is something in it for you if you play this minigame time and time again on higher difficulties. Also, you're gonna have your first instance of enemies other than those thwomp-like things. Those bats will hurt you, and you have to shine your light on them in order to get them to stop chasing you. Once again, I am just barely an overachiever, and that I got one more than I needed. And for this guy is apparently a game show host. Now he's like, if Bob Barker ever taught me one thing, it's that you're never too old to host a game show. I'ma set you up with some beans. Go on and get beanie. Whatever that means. It actually sounds kind of like a slur. I don't think I would ever go around saying that in my everyday life. But we get 2. I said we get 2. Okay, I don't really need to do that joke again. I actually do know what we got because we got it in an earlier minigame. We get ourselves 2 more he-beans. I can't believe we actually have more he-beans than woo-beans. Don't get used to seeing that because you get he-beans from getting good scores in minigames, whereas you get woo-beans from beating enemies in battle. I'm sure you can bet which one you do a lot more often. And if you can't, well, it's only a 50-50 guess. You're bound to get it right in not very much time. Well, easy come, easy go. This time I'm just barely an underachiever, only got 19. Well, I made up for it by having 22, so I'd say I broke even there and am still barely an overachiever. Okay, I'll stop. I'm kind of been saying that a lot. Okay, so we have yet another beanie reward for clearing level 3. We get ourselves 3 beans. Oh, wow, I just realized this guy does not run at all. He just kind of fades into existence when you get to the end. Perhaps he's a ghost. Well, that's morbid considering he said that the railroad that was his life was over last time we talked to him. I'd rather not think about that. Oh, whoa, holy unwelcome change of art style. Yeah, starting in level 4, you're gonna have a new enemy, Booze, with pickaxes for some reason. I guess maybe they're ghosts of miners that work down here? I really don't know. But, they require you to shine your light on them for a lot longer than the bats do. The bats go down pretty much instantly, whereas the Boos, yeah, you have to shrink them down until they're nothing for them to go away. Made it to level 4. For that, we get... how many beans? I'm willing to bet 4. Indeed, I am right. We get 4 he-beans for that. Now, unlike the border jump game, this one is, well, this one has a level 5. And very oddly, the beginning of this stage is set up so you can just jump with both bros pretty much the whole way and still be okay as long as you're taking out the enemies. I don't know, it's really strange that this one has a really easy start to it, but don't be fooled. It does get a lot harder later on. In fact, that is kind of why I chose to show this one of all of them, because it is definitely the most difficult of the regular courses. Okay, good, we took care of that. Oh no, 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 go away, go away, go away. Come on, okay, at least we're outrunning the Boo. Good. Just beautiful. Take that, Luigi. Take that. Oh my god, 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 no, 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 no! Oh god, no, 29, 29, no, not 29, not 20, no, not 26, no! Well, this was going really great, and then it just became one great big train wreck at the very end. Yeah, you need 30, but at least you can see the course here. Just like the border jump game, it is exactly the same course every time, so you can practice and get good at it. I see a pattern developing with my scores. We cleared it the second time, awesome! Now come on, give me my reward. Well done, here, have another beanie reward. I'm just handing out beans left and right nowadays. For clearing level 5, you get another pattern break, 6 beans for that. Comparing it once again to the minigame that shall not be named, I'm just making it sound like Voldemort at this point. It's... okay. There is a challenge course, where you do every course in a row without stopping, and you cannot mess up even one time. That is right, miss 1 diamond, and your game is over. 1. It's unforgiving to say the least, but I would say that it's slightly more worth it than that other minigame. Why do I say that? Well... Oh no! I actually thought I was gonna do the entire course in one try there! I got 103 diamonds in one try! Question is, why am I handing these over to this old timer in return for beans? I might as well just sell these at this point, if I'm that good at digging up diamonds. Well, for my troubles, I actually got a very worthwhile... 6 beans. Well, just as I was about to compliment this minigame for actually being worth your time, I only got just as many as I got for clearing the last course, yeah. You will get 9, typically if you get every diamond and you don't get hit once. You're free to get hit by enemies as much as you want and still clear the challenge course, but the number of diamonds that you have in the end does affect how many beans you get, and thus if you get hit more, you will get less beans. We are all good to continue our adventure with a mushroom and some nuts in hand. That sounds kind of bad. Let's try that again. We are good to move on with our adventure, or rather we would be if they didn't force so many tutorials on us. Well... Wow, these guys are really good at running for being hammers, just saying. We never taught you how to use your hammers in battle. Ready to learn? I guess so. We'll get on with things fast enough. This actually isn't too bad of a tutorial. So to whack with a hammer, whoa! What happened to the battle background? Well, if you haven't noticed, this is not the correct battle background, and because Japan's gotta be better than us and everything, I think I should point out that in the Japanese version, they actually use the correct battle background right here. I think it's clear that this tutorial was meant to happen closer to town because, well, yeah, this is very out of place here. Well, okay, so Mario uses the A button, Luigi uses the B button. Let's do some solo actions using hammers. Well, let's select it. And, wait a sec. Press the A button right here. As you see, Mario is gyrating. That is your tell to, use his hammer. Okay, so when the hammer shakes, when it shakes, you got it. I like how he actually shakes every time he says it. It's a really nice touch. Oh, an old green guy there should press the B button when his hammer shakes. I like that old green guy. Well, you are also able to counterattack with your hammer when an enemy gets close to you. You press and hold B, and when you release the button when he is at full swing, you will attack with it. So anyway, you get the idea. Want to try again? I don't really think I need to. So to review, for hammer attacks, choose your hammer and wait till it shakes, then press the button. Bonk! Perfect hammer attack. On defense, hold it behind you and release it before it shakes. So you are pressing it, and when you counter, the moment that you swing the hammer is when you let go of the button. It can get a little bit confusing if you're not used to it, just because you'll press it either way, and that's not what you need to do. I know, it's a little bit weird that you don't just release it for both actions, but you get what I mean. Better to look alive at those things. There are a lot of monsters that your jump won't do diddly to. Good thing we got this right here. You gotta learn some new tricks if you want to get by them. I'm sure you guys will be able to take care of business. If you can't, you're gonna have to give us those hammers back. Well, we're not really a fan of giving things up or not getting things for free, because we are heroes after all, so yeah. So they're gonna take those they're gonna ride the cart again. Yeah, cart rides are thrilling and filled with suspenders. You nitwit, it's filled with suspense! Suspense! What are you talking about? When we're riding in them, they're definitely filled with suspenders, or overalls. I guess they're not really the same thing. I'm a big fan of how you guys walk. Don't lie, if you were hammered, that is how you would walk. I know, it's a subject that I give a lot of thought. But, we made our way through those mine carts, we got ourselves our brand spanking new hammers, and now we have learned to fight with them. I'd say we've made quite a lot of progress, and wow, we're getting even more items here as I'm trying to end things off. Next time on Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, we will head out further towards Beanbean Castle Town now that we have our hammers in hand. See you guys then. Actually, wait, what's over here? Okay, good. This does just go full circle back to where we were before the minecarts. Okay, so if you need to go back to Hoo Hoo Village, you can go there. Now, really, see you guys then. Or, wow, we got all the items in the screen. That Boo statue is something we cannot do anything with until much later. That's a good stopping point. See you guys then.